All right, episode 2 on our way. We got special guest Ronnie Matteini.
Yo.
Good. All right, start of episode 2.
Yeah, no. I'm honored to be the first guest.
Yes.
I didn't think it would happen, but thanks, guys. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
you're welcome. Thank you for coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to
No
have
problem.
you here. I think we got more of a legit setup this time.
We look a little less skittish.
Yeah, a lot
pretty
better
legit.
audio.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the likes to a minimum.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about the
Deer
lights.
and headlights.
You know, just like blinding me or whatever.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not too bad. I don't feel like I'm
No.
in an interrogation room or whatever. I think it's a lot better.
It is.
A lot more chill.
Brings
Like
it
I
in.
was telling you guys earlier, like the 2 chairs, it kind of felt like an interview, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if
more
I would have
relaxed,
I don't know if I would have did it
better
like that.
We don't want you
kind
to
of
feel like you're
interviews,
in
bro?
I feel like we need
interrogation.
like a table or something.
Yeah,
in
we're not
between us.
interrogating you here.
No.
Not yet, anyways.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Maybe after that whiskey hits you,
Yeah,
we'll
right.
get into some deeper
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, Bullet's pretty good. Bullet bourbon.
Yeah, Bullet Bourbon.
So if you want to
Okay.
sponsor the
Yep.
fellas.
Let's plug that right there.
I think one thing that can bring us all together right now is we are all Michigan fans here.
For
Yes,
sure.
Go
For
Blue.
sure. Go blue.
Yes.
Go Blue, baby. So
Had the rep.
Let's start off with Michigan, man. Have you always been a fan of Michigan football or Michigan sports in general?
Yeah, no, for sure. I have. There's a picture of me when I was like an 8-year-old, and it's like a Mickey Mouse Michigan shirt. So
Yeah.
I think it kind of goes back to that point,
Yeah, to the days.
you know. And I don't really remember the good old days with like Lloyd Carr, but definitely remember the Hoke years.
Yeah, I mean, like
and
you
the
were
Rich
like
Rod years.
19.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't remember that.
No, I can't remember the first players I remember as a kid is like Chris Perry.
Yeah.
Like that was like the first. I was playing like Little League football. That's like 03, 04 when we went to the Rose
I'd
Bowl.
say that too. That was
And
kind of time for me.
that's who I wanted to be when I was on the football field. I wanted to be Chris Perry.
Yeah,
That
no,
was-
for sure.
was
I
it.
remember just the colors was always like the thing because I didn't really know anyone that went to Michigan, so I always like the maize and blue was a better
Yeah.
color than.
Well, hey,
than,
you were the
green and
first.
white, you know?
You were the first.
Yeah.
Go Blue, huh?
Yeah.
Ronnie, graduate
Yeah.
of the University of Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michigan Dearborn though.
Shout
I'll
out.
throw it
Junior.
out there.
Michigan
Junior.
he got accepted to Ann Arbor. Let's just put that in an asterisk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember my dad had like the blue Michigan sweatshirt, and he had the sleeves cut off.
Nice.
Cut off.
Yeah,
Like Bill
so-
Belichick.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the Billy B on him.
Yeah, and it looks like they're all shredded on the sides and stuff.
Yeah, that's
like you can
sweet.
see the cotton hanging out.
Too bad he doesn't have that still.
No, I think he does.
Stuff like that's even. Oh, yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that's the
You
coolest
can
part.
buy that
like,
on like
the vintage stuff is what's
like
in.
Postmark or
Yeah.
whatever. I bought
Yeah.
a couple of vintage.
Pretty expensive though. Not gonna
It
lie.
is expensive, but that's
Well,
cool though.
There's a guy.
It's got the Steve Svetkowski tax.
I don't know his name, Dylan. You probably know him better than
Yeah.
me. Who's the kid who like thrifts and sells stuff on Instagram? Isn't it Elm Park kid?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? I've seen his page.
yeah.
I don't know his name, but I've seen he has some really dope stuff.
Really?
He goes and he finds stuff at thrift stores and he makes money
What's
doing
he
it.
selling on?
I think he sells it
Why-
straight from Instagram. And then-
Yeah, why am I
pretty cool.
blanking out? But
Cool. Sounds like a good
Yeah.
thing to get into.
Have you ever seen Slobby Robbie?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
the it's on Netflix, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It's
Have
like
you ever watched
Tucson, Arizona.
What a
it?
name.
Yeah, it's in Tucson.
No, this guy.
I
hey,
wanna
this
know what
guy's
it
a
is.
character. Yeah, he's like he's a fat like redheaded dude that's just like he's
looks
got
sloppy.
some style though. Like he's got
Oh,
his
he's
own
got
thing.
swag for sure.
And he knows what he's looking for. He knows the collectibles of the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
He knows what's
He gets
worth
the vintage
money.
pieces. He looks at the stitching and everything, so
Oh, wow.
he
Yeah.
can tell if it's an OG shirt or not. And then
Yeah, he's cool.
He flips it for like he'll buy the shirt for like $2 and sell it for like $80.
That's pretty
on the site.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I'd like to get into that. I thought about it. My buddy Johnny that went to Saginaw with me that lives in Grand Rapids.
Oh, does he do that?
Yep, he does. Well, he's in that. He has like a clothing company that he does, but he also, does the vintage side of it. I think he's more of a buyer than a seller, but I think he does both.
You guys know everyone, man.
Just know
Like,
a
you
lot
guys
of people.
got a lot of-
Connections,
Yeah.
connections.
I feel honored to be the first guest because I know like there's gonna be some good ones after me. So
Yeah. Well,
I
I'm
feel like it was
happy.
only right where we're 3 Melvindale guys.
Yep.
And we're all living in Wyandotte now.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Wyandotte experience.
sure.
Huh? Since none of us
Yeah.
actually grew up in Wyandotte, how do you guys
No,
like living
sure.
here? Huh? It's pretty
No.
dope.
I mean, I like it. I
Yeah.
like the downtown area.
Yeah.
I just bought a bike, so during the warm months, I cruise down there.
I
You know,
need
hit
to
up
get a
all
bike.
hit up all the spots.
I
It's
definitely
cool,
need to get a
though.
bike this year.
Try to make it home after on the bike.
yeah, yeah,
Drives the bike or
Stumble.
takes
Always
the
a
bike there,
struggle.
takes the Uber home.
yeah. I like what's it? It's a Detroit Beer Company.
Yeah, Detroit
you
or
can-
Wyandotte Beer
yeah,
Company.
sorry,
Yeah.
Detroit.
It's okay.
You can you can like put your bike right in the little
Yeah.
backyard area.
I think
and just
everybody
chill.
likes that place. It kind of seems like Wyandott's own. Like, I mean, obviously we have Captains and we have whiskeys, but
It's a chill place.
Wyandotte Beer Company seems like it's like the gentrification of Wyandotte is happening, man.
There it is.
They're coming in.
But it's always been a unique city to me.
Yeah.
It just kind of didn't feel like downriver, but it's pretty downriver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
geographically,
definitely.
but
Definitely.
it has a different vibe.
It's
you know?
literally
Does.
down on the river.
Yeah, like
But
if I was gonna move anywhere downriver,
we'd
it
actually,
was-
me and Dylan, we actually talked about that being the name of the podcast, down by the
Yeah,
river,
Down
down
by
on
the
the river,
river.
but it was taken.
Yeah,
It
so
just
many,
reminds me of that
so
Chris
many
Farley
people
Naming this podcast
naming the podcast,
was
man.
so hard.
But I think we did a very good job.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I like On Our Way.
I really like it.
It's got a nice logo. Like it's got a nice.
Solid.
It's
We
not
got a
too
good
many
color
words,
scheme
you
On Our
know.
Way. I think we
Yeah.
wanted a little 3-word or a little boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
The
Not
color
many
scheme
syllable.
it was a little off-putting to me though.
Oh, yeah, if
'cause
you're
of- 'cause of the
colorblind.
Always
colorblindness.
colorblind.
If you guys don't know,
That
Ronnie's
green, the green
colorblind.
and
so
orange
our
was.
green and orange look the same.
Like when he does an interview and it says, "Do you have a disability?" Damn, that's him, man.
Yeah, you don't want to put that.
That might be my Dylan Anders' first cancellation on
What-
YouTube.
Yeah,
What
man.
is that statement
The
right
colorblind community is very.
Yeah, they take it serious.
there? They take it too
What-
very
hard.
so
serious right
What
now.
is the most difficult part about being colorblind? Because I can't imagine
Yeah.
I've always imagined and you can get deep on this.
I
Like
will,
you
I
can
will.
you can get into it, but I'm saying I've always imagined how do we even know when we've talked about this that me and you are seeing the same color?
Yeah.
Even if you weren't colorblind, like me and Dylan,
Yeah.
what's blue to me, he might
Yeah, see as
see it a different color.
Indigo
but he was
or-
raised that this is called blue, so he always points out as blue.
semantics.
But
I think
we
that's
don't
what
really
that
know if we're
is.
seeing it the same. But so I'm very curious.
Yeah.
I wish I just knew how you
Yeah,
see. Have
it's
you ever
like
have you ever
we,
put
we
on those glasses?
we perceive things so
No,
differently.
no. So it's not like I'm like a dog or something. Right? It's like
He
it's
is
like
a
black.
dog,
It's
though.
like black,
Black
and white.
and white.
You see colors, but certain shades kind of
Blend.
blend together and they look
Yeah.
similar, especially if they're close together. So like green and orange.
Yep. My dad's colorblind.
If they're right next to each
So-
other,
You couldn't.
it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
distinguish.
It looks
what's
like it's just
going
one
on.
solid color?
Yeah. So like a couple years ago, I think it was the Bills and the Dolphins, and they played like their
I remember this.
They played their Color Rush jerseys, and like Color Rush, you wear like the same color like pants and jersey, and there's like green grass they're playing on. So like the Bills are wearing,
They were wearing their red.
they're wearing like red, and
Well, it was red. Just so you know.
so I've been told. And then the
They were
Dolphins
wearing
are
red.
wearing like green.
This ain't the hill to die on, Ronnie.
They're wearing green, and then it's just like
It looked like they were wearing the same.
yeah, and it was hard to tell.
You're like, how do they even know who's who? I'm like, dude, those
It's
are two
hard,
different
man.
colors.
So like if you were having
He's like on Facebook in the comments. He's one of those guys.
no, it was crazy because like colorblind Twitter was going off.
Were they going
like,
nuts?
Just like
he follows the
Colorblind
hashtag
Twitter.
colorblind Twitter.
Is that a thing? Colorblind
it
Twitter?
is, yeah. There's
Man,
all kinds.
There's a
of
Twitter for
man.
anybody. I think that's why I love Twitter so much. But
I
people,
think
okay,
Twitter is the greatest of the social.
They're changing it though.
people think that Facebook is Twitter though. And
Yeah,
see,
it's
we gotta differentiate.
Well,
those.
it's the Twitter of the grown folk. I
yeah.
would say because
I'm the
Not-
exception.
I
But
shouldn't
they need
say-
to learn. They need
Ronnie's
to
the
learn their
exception.
place, man.
that is where they go on to do rants or just to do funny little posts. But yeah, I think that's more of a Twitter.
The thing
thing.
about Twitter that's been kind of making me angry lately is it just suggests all these topics for you.
Yeah.
I get
So
those.
based on what you like or you follow, like
And all I get now on my feed is Michigan football because I
dude,
like so
yeah.
much
And
about
it's like,
Michigan football.
I
That's all
follow
see.
follow my own Michigan
I-
people. I don't need to see like stuff they follow
yeah,
on
some
my
random person
timeline.
Yeah.
talking about it.
So I'm like constantly like muting certain words. Like I've muted every Michigan State thing ever. I'm so sick of seeing all like this tuck coming thing.
coming.
I can't.
Tuck's
man.
coming.
Oh, I saw the
I
picture
can't
of
stand it.
John Harbaugh's in the. He's in the
Jim.
Or sorry, Jim. Sorry,
but
he's
you got-
with but the guy that had the Tuck is coming.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was
I
cracking.
saw
me
someone we like got him back where it's Mel Tucker and then someone's on the plane with like a Michigan shirt.
Oh really?
But yeah, I'm just so sick of hearing that, man. So it's just hopefully we win.
Sensitive
We win our $50.
Yeah.
With Billy.
Billy Saeed.
Yeah. Shout out Billy Saeed.
We have video
I
proof.
ain't shouting him out. No, I'm just joking.
Shout out only
Video
because
proof.
you're
We
gonna
each
owe us
put
$50
on the game next year, and it's here in Ann Arbor, and it was straight money line. There was no spread, right?
Oh, no.
Correct?
No,
straight
no,
money
no.
line. Michigan,
Money
Michigan
line.
State. $50
Coming
apiece.
for all that.
Yeah. You have to run me them pockets, Billy.
Yeah. He was no, I believe he came second to last in our fantasy football. He almost caught it.
Yeah.
Previous champ almost got taken down.
Yeah, it's supposedly back-to-back
Who won
champ.
it?
I don't know if I believe it.
Who did win it?
Alexander.
Yeah,
Alderman?
Alderman.
Oh wow.
Alderman.
Nice.
It was a good one.
Yeah. And he won the league, too, so it was only right. He had the best team.
That's good.
He had the
Oh,
best team.
he
It was
won
right there.
both?
He won. Yeah, he won league and...
Wow.
Dude, this is the first year I took a break from
I was
fantasy
surprised you
football,
weren't
man.
in the fantasy football
To
league.
be honest, man, I watched like 0 NFL this year. Besides the last 2 playoff games.
And can we talk about the playoffs? Best NFL
Best.
playoffs
Pretty
I've ever
phenomenal,
seen in
man.
my life.
Yep.
Ever.
You really couldn't ask for a better product
No.
if you're the NFL.
No,
Like,
super close games.
After
last-minute games.
the wild card, every single
Yeah,
game was a one-score game.
and it's awesome. You got Stafford, which is just hilarious that, of course, he makes the Super Bowl first year.
Yeah.
Not in Detroit.
But
And then you got Joe Burrow. Just
They're selling
awesome.
out.
Kind of like
I mean,
a Verlander
It's
thing.
Oh,
Super Bowl
yeah.
or bust for them,
Yeah,
but
they've been
it is
selling
still
out,
crazy.
man.
It's crazy. It's like how come? I mean, obviously, Lions didn't have that type of cap or those players, but it's like how come we didn't just sell? I would give up the next 50 years for one Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, they got a great coach.
Because I mean, we've already sucked for
people
50
gave
years.
up the last 50.
Yeah,
been-
yeah, we deserve
It's
one.
been 50 years or 60 years.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah.
imagine
since the Super
being
Bowl's been a thing.
Imagine being in like 1955, and the Lions they win the world championship.
The world
Whatever.
championship.
Sorry, I
Before
don't know
it was
if
the
it's-
Super Bowl.
I don't know if it's the actual year. I'm not Lino Garcia here.
I think
but
it was 55
I think it's
or
55,
56.
and then thinking like, yeah, we'll get back there. It hasn't happened in 70 years.
It's all because
I
of my
mean-
no good, dirty, rotten, great pig stealing grandma.
Someone needs to climb to the top of God's thumb, man.
Holes,
Yeah,
holes
holes.
reference.
Who's
Great-
who's
great
who's
movie, by
carrying
the
him
way.
up
Yeah,
the hill,
someone needs
man?
to carry Madame Zeroni.
Come on, man. What are we
That's a
doing?
great movie.
Great.
Yeah.
movie.
I love that. I think that's a good transition.
Yeah.
Movies? Oh yeah,
Movies.
classic movies.
Okay.
80s movies.
80s.
Got a good one for you that
80s
can really
movies.
tie in some of
I
the
mean,
Japanese
I
stuff.
am-
This is
Ninja
right up.
Turtles,
This is
bro.
Vanessa. Oh yeah, Ninja
Amazing.
Turtles. Yes, it just recently got put back on Netflix.
Is that when did that actually come out though?
Now you're killing me, but I
88,
want
89, I'm
yeah,
guessing.
it was I think it was the later 80s.
Shout out
Or
1989.
it might have been the whole span
Got
of
an
the
89
80s,
baby in
but,
the house, an 80s baby.
but the way that they made those movies was just so much better. Like
awesome.
the
It was
costumes
real.
that they
was
had. and,
The
constant.
like-
visual effects are just all
Oh yeah,
completely, real and
Yep.
they look great.
yeah, and there are actual
Yeah.
people in them.
Oh, yeah,
it
they do a
does
great
look
job.
cheesy. If you're a 5-year-old now and you see it, you're
Yeah,
like,
you're
okay,
like,
this
what's
is
this?
kind of
It ages
Tough,
kind of
but
well
it-
though, man.
yeah.
Like those, I think the practical effects that are done and like Ninja Turtles or
Yeah.
Star Wars
Yeah.
or Indiana Jones, like that stuff ages well because they had like decades to build on how to like make these models and do
Yeah.
these little tricks, you know.
what worked.
So it looks good.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Star Wars, I mean, that was like the first time people that went and saw that movie
yeah.
were seeing something
mind
like
boggled,
that.
dude. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
mind boggling.
Crazy.
I had a professor at school, and he said that I don't know if I believe him, but because he said a bunch of crazy shit. But he said he met Charles Manson once, but anyways, but he said he was in the premiere, or he saw the like Star Wars premiere in like
Yeah.
L.A. when it came out in 1977.
Oh, wow.
And when they like left the theater, they were just like blown away. Like they had just seen something that they didn't really know how to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even
it's
if
like
you,
first time you hear the Beatles, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, right?
you rewatch it and
It's like the first time you see The Color Red.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you how that feels, honestly.
it's got to be sex, man.
Yeah, it might be.
But
But no,
Yeah,
those
that's the
practical
first-
effects, man.
first time you see that, like, it's got to be crazy. But now when you watch it when you're our age, it's like, it's still great.
Yeah.
But you just care about the storyline
For sure,
more.
you can't be like some
Yeah.
like 12-year-old kid watching like, A New Hope and
Yeah.
think it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah,
They're
no.
not gonna get it.
No, you have to
you know?
watch it.
But
No.
It-
Return of
it
the Jedi
matters,
though
dude.
could be that's a solid one.
it gets better as it gets on. There's a really good YouTube channel. It's called Corridor Crew.
though. Yeah.
It's these guys who do visual effects and they break down just visual effects for
Like how
from
they do
any
it?
movie, and I think
That's
they've
interesting.
worked with a lot of these companies.
So they
and
know like the
they get
inside
like
details.
guests on there from like the most popular like VFX companies, and it's really cool to see how them break it down. And so
neat.
if you guys want to
Yeah.
see some cool like VFX breakdowns or any kind of videos like that, just
Yeah,
check them
some
out.
behind the scenes.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Love that.
no, very cool.
Tell them to subscribe. On our way.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
might have to. Corridor crew.
Is there anything that you kind of wanted to ask us during this podcast that you want to know about the podcast? Maybe would.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
if you
you were
guys,
asking a little bit
Yeah.
of questions about the setup.
Yeah,
and
no, I
stuff.
probably asked them all before we
Yeah,
set up, but
People want to know.
Yeah, people-
We want to encourage other people.
So
to
this is
start a
obviously a
pod.
different setup than last time.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
how I don't know how else this stuff works. You know, I'm so illiterate when it comes to like like video and sound whatever. So like usually I would just have like a camera and he has a mic on the camera.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Well, obviously we got
record.
the 3-camera setup going again this time, same as last time. Last time because it was just me and Dylan. Didn't plug this one. And that one. And that one. All right. Last time we were recording straight into an interface into the computer itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in order to get a third or fourth mic set up to bring someone else on,
Yeah.
now we have to go into a Zoom recorder, which is actually a really badass
yeah,
piece of
Okay.
equipment.
It is pretty sweet.
It records all the tracks
Sexy
separately.
piece of metal
Yes.
right there. Might be
Honestly.
plastic.
Records them all separately. Control. Excuse me. All the gain separately. Ralph. And then from there you put it on the computer same way, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll go, and that's why we did the little clap thing at the beginning. We'll match those
Okay.
all of our mic audios up with the
Yep.
camera audio, so now we
Yeah.
know our lips will be synced while we're talking.
That's why I was kind of wondering, like, how are you gonna sync like that?
Yeah,
with
that's what the
this?
clap's for.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I
And
mean,
it's like I was at
Have you
NGR
ever
when
seen?
we were doing
That's
that.
why a lot of people don't know. I talk to my
Okay.
students about this all the time. A lot of kids don't know. That's why during movies, the director take one, click. That's so the sound matches the video.
Really?
That's how they match their sound. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because when you're looking at the audio levels, it'll spike up.
Yeah.
When
So right
when
as
you're
that
in
right as that
post-
clipboard
Okay.
touches,
Yeah, you're
they'll
putting
drag
it
What
together.
what kind of program are you guys editing this?
Adobe
Yeah, it was Adobe
okay.
Adobe Audition.
Audition and then Premiere, and
Yeah.
then the trailer was made in After Effects.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like the setup, it's just like a standard 3-cam setup. It's pretty legit, and like just so you can cut, you can make sweet transitions.
yeah,
It
yeah,
just
yeah.
Makes it a lot more.
Honestly, when I was
seamless.
watching it last week, it just felt very natural and
Yeah.
Well, good. It's what we're
like
going
legit.
for.
It's what we're going
I
for.
watch a lot of YouTube. Like it's my favorite app. Like I have
Yeah.
it. I watch it more than Netflix and all these
That's
other
your interface.
things. And I watch a lot of podcasts like live, and it just looked.
Well, we are
Good.
we're on Spotify now too. If you did
Yeah,
not
we
know,
are on
a lot of
Spotify.
people,
Uh-oh.
a lot of people
Uh-oh.
people
Yeah.
listen on Spotify.
No, this is a
Yeah.
this is a cool like.
Just talking.
At first, you can get in your head a little bit.
Good
You just
vibe.
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
like,
you
what are we
wanna-
gonna
you
say?
think you
Dude,
want to
I
talk
don't think
about
I've
a
been
lot
on
of cool
camera
shit.
besides like some embarrassing videos that like captains or whiskeys.
Right.
Like, in I don't know, man. Like Mr. McGurr's 8th grade
Yeah.
media productions class.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And so like
It's been a while.
I think
It
what's
has
cool
been a
about
while.
Long
what's
time.
cool about like transitioning to back to how we set it up now and how we can set it up. I think now we're able to go mobile, so we can take this podcast pretty much wherever we
Yeah, that's
want
the
to
other
go.
really
and-
do that, Captain.
That's the cool
and-
thing
no,
about
we
that.
talked about it.
We said that
really thought about
today.
it.
We're like we're
That's
going
hilarious.
to
Yeah.
we're gonna take you on the car drive to my bachelor party.
Shout out Putting Bay.
Yep. Shout out Putting Bay.
Put 'em
my
Bay.
Never
baby.
been but heard.
It's
Never
awesome.
been but heard.
It's
Yeah.
it's like South Beach, but you're
Yeah.
on Lake Erie.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you're in Ohio.
Yeah, you're in the worst state.
Worst state in the country.
worst
but-
state of the country, but it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
time.
cool that
But yeah,
we can.
just
It kind of
traveling
ties
this week.
into the name On Our Way. I think it
Yeah.
just plays to what
We're
we
all
can
going
do.
somewhere.
We're always about like going on just trips and vacations
man.
and getting out a little bit. So we can take this on road trips. We can take this on just different locations.
That's a
and
good
just-
idea.
Yeah, and just be mobile, and it's just
For sure on the bachelor party. Like
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
can keep
Yeah,
people
man.
entertained.
When is
and
that, by the way? Is it set?
It is
A 17th.
June 17th,
June
18th,
17th?
19th.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yep.
But yeah, the setup is pretty cool too.
You guys should get a nice like kind of banner,
Yeah.
on our way. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
on our
gonna-
way. Maybe
we're-
get some paint.
like a
up there.
flag.
It's
you know?
probably gonna look different every
Yeah,
time you
every
see it
time
until
you
we get
see
the
it.
way we like it.
Yeah.
You know? This obviously blows the last one out the water, but I'm sure the next one will
No,
be
it's
better
legit.
too as well.
It feels
Definitely.
pretty damn professional.
Cool.
So hit me with some history facts, Ryan. Ryan,
Yeah,
I know
man.
you're a big history guy.
It's a
you
loaded
know,
question, man.
It is.
I don't want to call
Where though?
I don't want to call you an encyclopedia of stupid, but because they're actually good, known, knowledgeable facts.
Yeah, they
it's
are.
nice to know, but
I like talking about
Solid.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Let,
good
us
to-
hear some stuff. I actually
I mean, I don't have any fun facts for you right now, but
Well, I think they all could turn into fun
Yeah,
facts.
it doesn't have to be fun. It could just be interesting. I
Yeah.
actually just recently I'd read in a book, and I don't know if you know this or not. So
He read a book, guys.
believe it or not, I do
read a book in
read from
years.
time to time. Actually, I'm kind of a fraud. I'll read from time to time, but I listen to audiobooks.
Oh yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah,
man.
it is. I'm not physically reading, but I'm absorbing all the knowledge.
having
It's
somebody
all
do
that
it for
matters.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
At a low cost of $6.99.
What was it about?
And if you ever listen to an audiobook, pick Green Lights by Matthew
Yeah, Green
McConaughey.
Lights.
He's one of the coolest people in the world to listen to.
Hell yeah, he is.
Green light.
Green Light.
Green light.
Green Light.
You know what I actually like to
Green
watch
light.
from him is his. I watch it all the time. I don't know why. It's weird, but I watch his like Oscar acceptance speech.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Oh,
great
yeah,
one.
it's such a
Awesome.
good one.
It's so good.
Yeah, he's a
His
man.
Oscar speech when he talked to Texas U at graduation. He
Oh,
did
yeah.
that one year. I listened to that a lot too. He's powerful.
He is.
The way he speaks.
Horns down.
But that,
horns
um,
down,
yeah.
but-
But
But I'm actually a fan of
About to get
Texas
banned
Tech
for
too.
that.
yeah,
Shout out Reggie Pearson.
my
Yep.
boy Reggie. Hey, we're gonna have to get
Lubbock.
Reggie on here. We're gonna have to get Big Reg and Little Reg on the
Yeah.
podcast because
Man.
they are two
I
sweet
love them.
dudes.
Man, so like
Yeah.
I had no idea it was him, but we were at like a bar somewhere. We were watching their bowl game. I think it was. I don't think you guys were there. Otherwise, you would have told me it was him. But we just see this guy, linebacker or safety,
Annihilate.
just annihilate the like running
Right
back.
in the goal line.
And it was just like, whoa, and it ends up being Reggie.
Reggie.
Holy
Pop the
shit.
kid's melon off, man.
So he played
Yeah.
at Wisconsin, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and he ended up going to Texas Tech. But he was a monster at Wisconsin too, so he was playing really good.
He injured
Big
our
Ten
boy,
football.
True freshman.
Dylan
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, he almost popped his lid too.
pretty
Yeah.
much ended his career at Michigan.
So
sadly.
there's a lot of really
Sent
good
him straight
talent
to the
coming out
transfer
of
portal.
Yeah,
River Rouge.
Colorado State, or Northern Colorado. Whatever the
That
hell
was the
he's
last
at.
I seen of that, man.
God.
Shout out Reggie though.
Was
For
it
real,
the
we're gonna get
same
you guys on
after
here.
that?
We're gonna let
Yeah.
you guys tell those stories more in
That's
depth.
awesome. Yeah.
But we'll definitely get that on.
Stop dodging the history questions, man.
I'm not. I want to hear the book. I wanna
Full
hear the
circle,
book.
the book. Yes. So this wasn't in Green Lights. I forget the book, and don't quote me on this because, like I said, I read it in a book or listened to a book, and I'm not exact sure on the dimensions, but it was a pretty like specific dimension that. So the very first, it all leads back to how crazy how something affects something else. So
Like the butterfly effect.
yes, basically. So the very first like
Awesome movie.
wagons, like way back, and centuries ago when we had wagons and just trails and stuff, the wagon wheels were a certain width. It was like 48 inches and 3/4 inch, and that was the wagon. And it over the course of time, the wagon wheels dug ditches in the trail, so every wagon had to be built at that dimension,
So it could go
so you
into
could be
the
in the
groove.
rut.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Which eventually led to our railway systems being the exact same width of a wagon wheel. The railroad
They could
tracks
sit
are
on 'em.
exactly.
That's cool.
Yep, they're exactly like 48 and 3/4 inch, which led to
Blow
when
my
they were
mind right now.
yes when they were building the spaceship to go to the
What?
moon.
Wow.
They had to put the pieces on train to move it, so they had to make it at maximum 48 and
That's
3/4.
wild. I
So
need to start reading
wagons,
books.
wagons are single-handedly responsible for the most technical, advanced piece of
Yeah.
technology we have, a rocket.
Wow.
And the way that the two go back and forth is just
Okay, can we take a second and just clap it up right here?
Yes.
So that
Let's
was
clap it up
yeah.
right here,
so
baby.
like that's used as the reference to like, dimension out like the space shuttle, components or whatever.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It's insane.
That's
so something
good
that
info right there.
hundreds of years
Yeah,
ago can
that's
affect
awesome.
like the craziest
That
piece of
sounds like a
technology
good
we have
book.
today.
Yeah.
What's it about? Is it just
I saw
like
that
stuff like that?
I think it was from Andy Andrews, the 7 decisions
That's awesome.
to like
Yeah,
success,
it's
or,
pretty
success
legit.
or something like that. And it was talking about just how people think the things you do have little importance, but you don't realize the things you do can
For sure.
affect something 300 years
Well,
from
people
now.
realize like
That's
how
crazy.
big it
Big of an impact you can make.
Kind of
Like the guy just slapped some fucking wheels on a wagon. He didn't think he didn't think anything about making fucking spaceships.
Yeah, I know. Like that never
It's
even crossed
insane.
his mind that
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
hundreds of years later this would be used.
What'd you say? Shut up!
But,
I'm making these damn
but
wheels.
piggybacking on that, like I don't think people realize like the train being this like the one of the most important inventions ever.
Yes,
Yeah.
ever.
We need to go back to
Even
that,
still
too.
to this day, though.
So huge.
People think of the train like just in old times, but
Well,
even today,
before the train, like
cargo ships, everything.
if you're going somewhere, you measured that trip in like days
Yeah.
Yes.
or weeks.
Right.
Once you got the train, it all went from like
How many hours?
yeah, it went from hours or like
Yeah.
miles. Like
Yeah,
so yeah,
how
I'm
many
gonna go
miles, yeah.
X amount of miles or whatever.
Yeah.
But
the
why
train
can't
is
we?
just,
Why can't we get something that's faster though? Like the way we have our transit systems, like we could utilize it way better.
Because-
like other
definitely
countries.
could. They were. I don't know if they still are. They
Just
were
saying.
From Detroit to Chicago, they were building like the super train.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah,
still
a
doing
lot
that? It's supposed
faster.
to
Like
be,
maglev
I hope so.
trains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the
just
thing-
just think about it.
the thing about like the United States is built on the automobile
Right.
and like freedom of everyone to have their own
Mhm.
car and go wherever they
Super
want.
competitive market too.
Extremely
Yeah.
competitive. In like Europe and Asia and the rest of the world, that's not how it was.
No.
Those cities existed before like cars were
Yeah.
around. So
Roman
just-
Empire.
it's just a different time. Yeah, like if you go over to Europe, like the streets and the city layout is just not
like, made out of
conducive to
brick
like
and stuff,
traffic. So a lot of like areas in the city, they don't even let you drive your car in it, and if you do, like you get fined or whatever.
Right.
Unless you don't have like a certain like sticker on your car. It's just different over there.
Yeah.
But the train is.
I really hope we could do
Train is
some more.
maybe-
Like, imagine if you could travel a lot more. Maybe it's because we have too big of a population. But I mean, imagine
Big
if
country, too, man.
Imagine if you
Yeah.
could just travel to California in a small amount of time on a
Yeah.
transit.
Yeah, I mean those like maglev trains, those high speed trains, they're awesome, and it's unfortunate
You
we
know,
don't have
and
them here.
touching on what you just said though, you said it's a pretty big country and all. Sometimes I sit back and I think about it. And I'm like, our world's really not as big as we think it is.
Not anymore.
For how quickly you can get to the other side of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Or like
It's
we
accessible.
drove across the
Yeah.
country when we moved
Yeah.
in a day and a half. It
Yeah.
was like a
Yeah.
30-hour trip and we stopped
is
a little
like-
bit. Yeah.
Easily across Europe.
There
Yeah,
really
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
no-
that is one of the longest
Yeah.
countries,
Yeah.
other than like obviously you got Russia
It's-
and like
Yeah.
all the Asian countries, but like
The United States is huge. It's a
it is
large
it's
country.
huge, but it's really not that big. Like you can get to the other side of it in a day.
For sure. But like I've had people tell me when they came over here for the first time from like
Just imagine
from
though.
Europe.
I'm saying so. Imagine like if Earth was the size of like Jupiter.
pretty
Like,
big.
like how insane would that
Yeah.
be?
That'd
be
Like
crazy,
the Earth's
man.
not that.
Well, I
mean,
guess you
It's a
could-
big world, but it's a little.
It could
world.
be bigger.
Yeah, it could be enormous.
Well, I think that's the lesson of the day. It can always be bigger.
I knew where you were going.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Crazy thing about Jupiter. So Jupiter's got like the giant
go.
red spot.
Yes.
And that's like a storm that's been going on for hundreds of years.
I think that's just a pimple.
No, it's a giant hurricane.
cyst.
Giant hurricane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a what?
It's pretty much a giant hurricane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you could, and I don't know what the number
Made
is,
of lava?
but it's pretty much
That'd be
bigger
pretty
than
cool.
the Earth.
The hurricane is bigger than the.
Yeah, it's a storm that's.
Well, there you go. That just plays to
Right
it.
there,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And it's cool because there's like drawings from Galileo and like I don't know what century he lived in. I think
Yeah,
it's like
me
the
neither.
1500s.
Yeah.
But he's
15, 16.
he's drawn from, like, with his telescope the storm, like the eye of Jupiter. So he noticed it back then, and they can tell it's like different
Really?
spots and stuff based on what it is now. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need a telescope.
Yeah, you need a telescope and you need to get away from.
I don't know how my neighbors will
All
feel
this
about
light.
that one.
Peeping Tom over.
This dude's doing yoga up in his studio, just
keeps
staring
looking
into
through
his
his
telescope.
How have your neighbors been over here?
Oh man, it's
good.
rough out here, to be honest.
They're building
So,
those nice condos across
They
the
are
street.
nice, but I just don't get the design to it.
Well,
Maybe
that
it's
one
just a
guy's
me thing.
screwed with
Yeah, I
the
mean, there's
pole there.
literally a pole in the middle of the driveway, but I mean, that's neither
I'd
here
be
nor there.
pissed.
Yeah, we're
But
gonna throw in a picture.
My
of that for you.
neighbors, so on one side of the street, everybody owns their house. They've been living here for 15, 16 years. They got it popping. You know what I mean? The other people on the street, on my street, all renters. So, like, I got somebody to the right of me, and they rent.
Mhm.
And then there's a house behind them in basically my backyard, and they rent. And then these people rent, but they have 3 people that live in the house. So it's like you got 6 people living next to you.
Yeah, I have a lot of like that in my area too.
Yeah.
People
Your
been
neighbors.
clapping around here
Neighbors.
for years, man. Shout out
Neighbors.
Southgate. Home of the clap.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to
Thumbs
get
up
into
to
that. Oh, man.
That's good. So yeah, I mean, I do want to hear some good facts about America though. Give us some America facts.
Facts?
Yeah, like some history facts. I don't know, just some
American history is really not my
forte.
My forte, if I have a forte.
Yeah.
But what I was talking about,
What's your 3-day?
what I was talking about earlier when I was like sending you guys that podcast. So
Yeah.
it's Dan Carlin's Hardcore History,
Mhm.
and he has like another one.
I listened to the Japan one.
Yeah, so he's got Hardcore History and he's got Hardcore History Addendum, which
Yep.
is like a mini version of the regular ones. Because the regular ones, he goes through these topics, and they're like 4 episodes long, like 4 hours each. So he puts a lot of time into it. But this one's like an interview with this guy who used to work for like the government or whatever, and it's about like asymmetrical warfare and how the United States is pretty much done really poorly with it since Vietnam. So it's like traditionally you have like your traditional battles, your tanks and your planes, and it's like World War II, whatever. And ever since the Korean War, basically, you're fighting a group of like insurgents or whatever. You don't know who you're fighting anymore.
They're like smaller packs
They're
of
people.
Yeah,
Regular people, and it's what we just like.
Citizens.
We just encountered in like.
It's not how old battle used to be.
No. But the guy gets into all these like new ways to fight, like
He broke it in my nose.
in my nose.
That's all I can help think of. Just fighting people, man.
Yeah.
I think he did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose.
The
The longest yard.
Yeah. Okay. Great movie.
He broke it in my nose.
He broke it in my nose.
Adam Sandler, man, was just putting out legendary movies.
Hilarious,
Yeah.
man.
I haven't seen
so
anything recently from him.
No.
Um,
Hidden Gems.
Hidden Gems was
I
great.
haven't seen
It was
that.
a completely
It was
different
decent.
role. It was a
I've
good
seen all the memes. and
I actually
they're
just
hilarious,
rewatched that probably 2 weeks ago, and if you have anxiety, that movie's not good for you because it
What,
drives
Hidden
it
Gems?
up.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's just never stops.
He's nonstop.
okay.
When he's in his pawn
Yeah,
shop,
it's
it's like
just-
100 people are talking, and he's saying a
Okay.
million things. It's just
a
like it's
Ponzi
chaotic.
scheme, man.
It's
This
chaotic.
dude's just going
I
back
gotcha.
and forth, back
It
and
is
forth, back and forth.
chaotic. I would never want to live like that. But he does the role so good because he plays like
Yeah.
a
I heard
Jewish
it's
pawn
good.
shop owner. And
Yeah.
that's the way
Classic.
they act.
I
Like,
heard it's good.
Yep.
it was pretty
Like
good.
the last movie I saw with him in is
Grown Ups.
no,
I love Grown Ups,
like
man.
Zohan or whatever.
Oh,
Legends of
Zohan.
Zohan, I think.
But a lot of people don't
ridiculous.
like Grown Ups. Like, Aaron does not like Grown Ups. I love Grown Ups, man.
I feel like because
It's hit or
it's
miss.
solid.
I feel like it's because we're almost.
To that age, I'm
good
in
for
that,
me.
like,
You can
I
relate
feel
to
like we're
it.
getting to that process. Well, you're a little bit closer than us, but...
I'm 21, man. What are you talking about?
There's his younger roles. They were so similar, and they those three in general that remind me of each other so much. You got Happy Gilmore,
Billy
Gilmore,
Madison.
Billy Madison.
not even Billy. That too.
There's
I wasn't
Mr.
thinking about that.
Deeds,
Mr. Deeds, and then
Wedding Singer.
no, it's just like
Little Nicky.
just like Mr. Deeds.
Oh, Little
Big
Nicky's a
Daddy,
good one.
Big
Big
Daddy,
Daddy.
Big
Big
Daddy,
Daddy's a
Big
good
Daddy,
one.
Mr. Deeds.
Dude,
was
the
like exact
catch-up
same
scene
guy,
is
dude.
so great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty much the same guy in all those movies, but
Yeah.
we
I
were
mean,
all
he
like
was
kids
great.
when it came out, so
Yeah.
Yep. And
that kind
like-
of comedy was just different back then.
And
where
the
it's
whole
like,
SNL cast, they all had their own, like, personality and character.
yeah, you had like Chris Farley,
Yeah,
and
you played on that every single
Rest
time.
in peace,
Yeah, rest in
the
peace.
legend. Who's the guy, the blonde guy?
That would have been our name. Down by the river!
That's what I said earlier. Like, it reminds me of that
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Farley like
Yeah.
skit.
Fat man in a little coat.
Yeah, he was great.
He was
Classic.
good.
Sad story though. If you ever watch like his
Yeah, the documentary.
about his life.
I didn't. I haven't seen it.
Documentaries.
Rough life.
Good docs.
The one Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah,
That was a great
That's
one.
One of the
I haven't seen that
road
one.
movies.
I just
Tragic.
watched the one on the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson.
Oh, nice.
That's a
Okay.
really
I haven't
good
seen that
one. I did just watch the Beatles
Beach Boys are great.
documentary of them making
Beatles are
the
great,
long one.
too.
My dad
Yeah,
watched that one. That
it
one's
was
long.
a
I think.
classic. Yeah, but you see a lot of the dynamics in what the Beatles was then, and you could see how it could get so
They're
crazy,
crazy,
and how they
man.
split. Yeah,
My mom always tells me like stories. when-
Yoko Ono was
You
just
guys
there the
watch the,
whole time. Like, dude, we're going to golf, okay? Why are you getting so upset? Like, come on, let us
Yeah.
go golf for a little bit, Yoko.
Have you guys watched the 20th year anniversary Harry Potter doc?
Yes.
Did you watch that?
Oh yeah, I was
No,
tearing
I don't
tearing
know.
up.
So they
Yeah,
making a new
right in the
movie or
feels.
what?
I mean, they're making the Fantastic Beasts movies.
But they're not making like a
I think they eventually
original
will.
cast Harry Potter movie.
So those
They
are
will.
prequels. I heard that they
Yeah.
were doing one like when they were parents, like their kids or something.
Yeah,
but I
there,
don't know if
there's
that ever
one.
went through.
There's one that.
or if that
Well,
was
there's a
rumored.
book already written on it, but there are. I feel like they're adapting it to a movie, but the dynamics have to be there. It has to
Yeah.
work out perfectly.
Definitely.
So
yeah, I don't think they were.
they'll
see it
figure
happening
something
one
out.
day.
with that. Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the original cast, but it'll be close to.
Okay,
something.
I seen something the other day on an Instagram story, and someone was talking about how much they love the Harry Potters, and I know I'm in love
Yeah,
with them. Dylan
love
loves
you guys
them.
mentioned it last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
gotcha.
love the Harry Potter series.
good.
That'll be a reoccurring
Yes,
topic.
we'll talk
for
about
sure.
Harry a lot.
Not a bad thing.
And someone said
Lord of the
Harry Potter
Rings.
movies. She was like, the person was saying like, whoever I married, you better be ready to watch Harry Potter multiple times a year, the whole series.
Yeah.
and every year around Christmas time, because Harry Potter movies are holiday movies.
Definitely. Are they Christmas
Whoa.
movies?
Are they holiday movies? See that? And I thought about it. It's a
I've
bold
never
take.
heard of that
There's
before.
more.
There's more to it than
That's
it being
way
about
worse than
Christmas.
the Die Hard one.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's like more controversial, I think.
Definitely more controversial.
The Harry Potter one is?
Yes, because I feel like Harry Potter's a no-brainer Christmas movie.
I think
No-brainer.
it's
What?
I think
No-brainer.
They have Christmas in that universe.
Watch
do
the
they?
20th anniversary and it'll
they,
tell you.
So
Really?
I think it just has so much to do with love and family. We tie it
Yeah.
with Christmas and like
All right,
happiness,
all right.
and it's just being a
Well, they
kid,
always the
it's
first couple
magical,
movies have the
is
Christmas.
magical.
Yeah.
There are
So-
some movie.
The
so-
first feast on Christmas was incredible.
That's what
Even
I was
the
gonna
way they
say.
filmed
like,
it.
Yeah,
They
I've
literally
only seen.
tied thousands
real
of candles
from the ceiling.
From
That
the
wasn't
ceiling
I
in
saw
the-
that.
That was
I
not
saw
CGI.
that.
That was
What?
crazy.
You know what? I'm pretty sure they break it down on that
Lit.
that channel I was talking about.
That's
Oh, the
Corridor.
Yeah,
Visual
I've-
effects one?
They talk
I've
about.
watched like all of those.
Yeah.
I watched all the ones where it talks about the timelines of Harry Potter. Like,
Yep.
I'll literally just get bored and watch
Okay.
that.
All of them.
Love
I've
it.
seen them all, but just in like one
Sit down.
sitting, or not like a day, but
Yeah.
like a weekend. It
So-
was a while ago.
I literally will.
They're good though.
I just watched it the other night.
Yeah, we'll
I put
restart
it
it all
on
the
like
time.
every night to go to sleep. I'll watch
Nice.
the first one, and then I watch the fourth one, then the second, then the
Nice,
fifth.
nice.
Yeah.
I was
So
Harry
1
Potter
through 4
for,
are for sure
I was
the
Harry
best,
Potter
yeah.
for Halloween a couple years ago.
You were.
Yeah,
That was a
well,
good one.
that's-
Yeah.
it's a
I
good
always
costume.
want to buy the
To
costume.
bring
but
that
it's
back. I
steep,
spent way
man.
too much money
They
on
want
that.
like $169
I'm
for
gonna wear
the
that
whole
next
You
getup.
can
year.
afford it, pal.
Not happening, man. Not happening.
Yeah, I guess. So.
I tell you what, if I get this job offer, I'll buy something nice.
Yep.
That's
It'll
cool.
probably be a vacation.
We need you guys to like, comment, subscribe to fund Dylan's Harry Potter costume
Yeah,
this
sure.
year. We
Shout
need to
out-
get that
Shout out to
monetization. up.
GoFundMe, man.
Yeah. So man, tell us about your what you're trying to do.
Like the job search.
yeah,
and
your
stuff?
job search. How's that going?
It's good. So I'm trying to become more. I'm a really freelance right now, so it's kind of up to me and my business and how I want to market to everybody, how I make money, right?
Mhm.
So, just trying to land a job that's going to set me further in the next 5 to 10 years and really give me some experience.
Growth.
A lot of information from senior leadership, people that have done it and want to show me the ropes, so eventually I can do it on my own or like be a
For
director
sure, man.
for a company.
No.
But I've been interviewing a lot, gone through a long process, so I'm trying to cement it all in right now.
Dude, you've done more interviews than I have in
Yeah.
my entire life.
Yeah, but it's
That's
good. It's
good,
good to
though.
do a ton
Yeah.
of interviews, and it
It's
you
good to be
learn
good at interviewing.
you learn what you're not good at. You learn what you need to do better to get that job. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it you have to take it in stride and really not worry so much about the ego and just worry about getting better and like because
That's all it's about, man.
it does not
What life's
matter whether you get a job or not. It's just how you react to not getting it or getting it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a little
Side
hurt
character.
that I tried to help you with the resume.
Yeah,
and then you send me the one you got. It's just completely different.
It is. It is.
I'm like,
I put a combination of all
Everyone you reached out
my
to.
peer
Yeah.
reviews, and I put it into one.
No, that's cool.
And
It was
yours
fun
would've-
though.
If I was going to be an engineer, I probably
Yeah.
would have got hired, and then they would have
Mine
found
was
out.
so
They
boring,
would have
but they're the
found out
one
when
you
I got to the job that I couldn't do math. So
yeah. Wait, you
you
can't
know.
do math?
no.
Yeah, no, it was fun though. I was doing it during work, so
Yeah.
it was
The
got me through
creation of
day.
a resume is. I mean,
So you actually had to work that day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
actually on my computer.
yeah. He was at Crunch Fitness, lifting up 35-pound
Yeah.
dumbbells.
Taking calls.
There was this girl today, man. She was doing more weight than I was. I was like, I gotta get out of
There's some,
here.
You're just
there's some
like-
heavy lifters there.
She
man.
didn't look like
Hey,
she was that
Can you come spot me?
that built, man. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
I'll tell you what,
gotta
Ronnie
go.
has me doing stair steppers, and boy, they hit.
Yeah, I could tell.
Like, I'll play a hockey game on Sunday, even 2 hockey games, and I mean, my thighs will be hurting, my legs will be hurting, but when I'll go do those
Really?
those stair steppers, yeah, I don't
Playing
know.
hockey's got to be like one of the best
It
Yeah.
drains the legs.
like
It does.
leg exercises.
It's
like,
more of
ever,
a full
you know?
body, though, because your legs just kind of, you get used to it after a while.
I tried to play ice hockey once, and it was probably the worst experience of my life. I can skate, but I'm like
You're like a downtown.
like Campus Martius
Yeah,
skater.
that's what I'm
Campus
saying. You're a
Martius.
Campus Martius.
I'm not
skater.
like
It's a hobby.
skating to play hockey or whatever.
Like you were,
Hobbyist.
like you were a fan of the '97 Detroit Red Wings. You know,
Oh,
like you were a
the Red
fan
Wings.
of the Red Wings.
So how we talked
Yeah,
about like,
Ronnie's freshman year was.
we talked
Yeah.
about Michigan earlier.
Yeah,
Like my biggest sports, fandom was the Red Wings when I was a kid. And I
Definitely.
remember
Okay.
like
I think everybody can agree.
I think
with
so.
that,
I remember
yeah.
back
all of
to
our dads
like
because we were great.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So like what we had.
I can remember like games back to like
Hockey
'95
Town.
when we like played.
We
the
just had like
doubles.
a bunch
It's
of
great.
Russian players too. Like
Yeah.
that was just
Sergei
we had a
Fedorov
bunch
was
of
always my
foreign
favorite.
Dude,
guys.
that documentary is crazy. Cause that was like right after the Cold War, and we were. Oh, having mic issues
We
over
got
here.
mic issues.
Got it.
Is it slid forward all the way?
Put some more weight on that table.
Ryan.
You need to put more weight on your barbells.
Yeah.
No, that's for all the short jokes, man.
Man. I'm glad that you're short too, man.
Yeah,
'cause
I'm glad you're
we
short
we
too.
cancel each other out. I'm
Yeah.
taller though. So.
Yeah,
We
I can
cancel
fight.
each other, obviously.
Yeah, you can fight. I can't.
yeah,
fight at
but
all.
no,
Two
I'll
shorts
protect
make
us,
one
man.
mega beast.
yeah, dude. Imagine if you were on my shoulders, man.
Oh, yeah, we would kill it.
We'd be like, we would have to fight the Power Rangers, man.
Another
We'd be
great-
like the
another
guy
great
from
show.
Mortal Kombat.
Goro.
Yeah, Goro.
Man, that movie was so disappointing.
It's
I am
really
12.
crazy.
So
It is
disappointing.
crazy though that how much of a difference in just like views and perspective, like 2 to 3 inches makes
It is crazy.
in a lot of things.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, speak for yourself, buddy.
Wait, I don't even
Well,
know if
so-
that made
Wow,
sense.
you said that with such a privileged tone.
So I'm sure you guys have stood on your
You
tippy
guys.
toes.
What do you mean by
before.
you guys, man?
You
This
people?
is crazy, man. Did you know there's a short Twitter too?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure
there
there's. I'm
definitely
probably
is.
getting canceled.
There's a short queen,
Oh,
short
man.
queen, short king, Twitter.
Short king,
short king, yes. But no, all I'm saying is that like
late on the line.
I've like crouched down like 3 or 4 inches like 3 or 4 inches before, and I'm like, this is really like how you see the
guy
world.
is This guy is a real piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Is that big of a difference?
I swear to God, it makes all the difference. Stand on a step stool 4 inches taller and tell me that the
4
world doesn't look
inches.
different.
Well, I could tell you that I wouldn't probably have to get in so many fights if I was 3 inches taller.
Well,
It's been
that's
a while
besides
since you
the
got
point.
one.
Yeah.
It's
when
good.
When
No,
was
it's
the
good.
last one? Was it the New Year's one?
It's cause of me, man. They're still looking at me the same, man. They'll literally. I'll get.
You're better than that.
5 years ago, man. 5 years ago, I swear, all of our friends would be out. We'd get into a little tussle, man. These
Andy.
guys would run right past all of our friends that are huge and just come and try to fight me, man.
One of my favorite videos is
They didn't
when
know
you
you
guys
had
were
the
in-
best hands on the
That's
team.
just
Oh.
crazy.
when you guys are in Florida.
Yeah.
That one guy
Oh,
comes
yeah,
up
the
on
guy
you,
got-
the dancing guy.
Yeah. So I was dancing
That's
and
the best.
I was just dancing. Me and this girl weren't even dancing. We were just kind of like facing each other and just dancing. And some guy comes from the side and tries fighting me, man. And we weren't even like dancing or anything. And like they
I wish
got
that
into this
video was
big
longer.
bar.
Is that
brawl.
time we got boop with the lime?
No,
No.
Oh, that was a good one. We were in where were we at? Myrtle
You guys were in
Beach?
St. Pete, yeah.
Yeah, St. Peter, Myrtle Beach, and we were in like this 3-story club, man. And I was just by myself. I don't know. Everybody was else doing their tall people thing, and I was just by myself in the club, short as shit.
Talking to
And,
girls.
and I just get hit with a line by my face, man. And I look up. I'm trying to find who did it, but I'm like, there's 100 people up
Someone,
there. I'm like,
threw a
someone's
lime-
just up
like
there.
the third story.
Someone's just up there laughing at
Wait,
me.
they
man.
threw a line?
A line, man. And
Oh,
it just,
wow.
dude, I'm just sitting there and it goes,
That didn't lead to a fight though, did it? Or did it?
no, not at
that
all.
one, okay.
No.
Man, I got hit with a bottle.
I wasn't
when we
there.
were
I just
putting-
No.
heard the story.
Jake Chumita at Whiskey's
Ooh,
got
with
hit with a bottle, man.
Split.
Split, terrible.
That place gets crazy.
Awful people.
Yeah.
There's a
Terrible.
good amount of people that
You're
go
a
there that are
certain
awesome.
type of human.
Yeah.
To just grab a glass bottle and smack someone.
That
upside
happened
the
to
head.
one of our buddies. We used to go to Canada. I wasn't there, but I had to like pick up somebody the next day. But somebody hit one of our friends with a bottle,
Yeah.
and he was like,
Stitched open.
"Oh yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
bad."
Well, I mean, you have to
Voodoo.
be
Shout
a
out to
certain type
Voodoo.
of person
Yeah,
or
it's-
a savage to
you're a sicko.
just
Oh,
hit
yeah,
somebody
it
with a
was
bottle.
fucked
You're a
up.
real sicko.
Yeah. That's captains though. That's Whiskey's. That's what happens when you go to a place and outsiders
Shit
show
gets
up
crazy,
and
man. I think last summer I was there with like Omar. It was just randomly
Yeah.
like Omar and I and this big
Getting
fight.
your-
Nobody else wanted to come out, but this big fight happened like outside, and
yeah.
I like jumped over the bar or whatever. And
Yeah.
Pat was there. And
There's just
I
random
remember hearing
fights
about that,
too.
yeah.
There was just one-
I'm on the video camera jumping over the bar. It was hilarious.
There's a video. It's been circling around and wind out of this kid fighting some dude and he just gets like knocked out in the parking lot.
Oh, last weekend.
Yeah, last
Yep,
weekend. Did you
I
see
seen
it?
that.
Oh yeah,
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 time-
yeah.
And then he was like,
Circulating
the
around.
other dude who like knocked him out was trying to
Yeah.
leave, and then he's like
Yeah,
trying
he
to
was
get in
just
the car
trying to
and
get
stuff.
back in. And I was at the DOT one time, and this guy, dude, he was being racist or something, man. Everybody was just telling him to leave. Like, it was just old dude, and we were just telling him like to get out. And he was like trying to get into the DOT and like go through everybody and go through the back door because the cops were coming, and he had like a dog with him, and he was like beating his dog while like he was
Really
like
weird.
panicking, man. I was just like, I gotta get out of here, man.
That wasn't like last couple times we went, right?
Yeah, it was like 2 months ago,
Couldn't tell
3
you.
months ago, like that. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
Some good stories
Yeah.
there.
The Dot's cool. It's a chill place.
Yeah.
Give us another good bar story.
Yeah, you got
Bar
any good
story?
ones? Yeah, you got some good
Jeez.
bar stories.
Man, I got too many I can't think of right now.
Yeah.
Take another drink.
I don't know. There's
Skeeps. Got any Skeeps
I mean,
stories?
Skeeps is pretty sweet, man.
Skeeps is cool.
Yeah.
It was
Can't
very
go there
packed.
anymore. But,
Yeah.
No.
but I met a lot of.
You'd like
A
to.
lot of former players. Nah. A lot of former players at Skeeps.
Yeah.
You know, like Braylon Edwards.
I mean, I remember
Yeah.
we seen him and we seen Smith. Was it
Mike Smith.
No, it was a. Was it Davon Smith, the running back of
Oh,
the 2000?
yeah.
Is
Davion
it-
Smith.
Davion Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen Derek Walton Jr. there. I remember like we were there with Billy. Man, fucking
I saw
Billy.
Billy.
Quinn there one time.
Yeah, I was
that-
there.
Yeah.
with you. Yeah, Quinn was there.
I think he had a show at the Blind Pig
Yep,
or
he
something
was
like
there.
Quinn who?
that. The
music
singer,
artist.
the music guy.
Hmm.
Quinn.
he was
he's-
down there.
I think he's from like the Detroit area.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know anyone really.
Bowen?
Yeah,
Bowen,
he's a
like,
really,
yeah,
no,
really weird
he's
music
got
taste.
some really good
yeah, he
music
has
though.
cool music. Cool.
But I saw him.
What kind
there
of
one
music
time.
is it?
We saw kind of pop, kind of try a little bit of hip hop, a little, I guess. But he's not like trying to be a
techno,
rapper.
But like kind of like
Yeah,
some of it's kind of like
EDM-ish too.
yeah, a little
Okay.
bit.
He's sweet.
Yeah, he
behind
blends a
that.
little bit of
That's
everything together.
Who do we see in Scottsdale? We saw James Harden one time when we were
seen
out in
James
Old
Harden.
Town.
Scottsdale had
That
a
was
lot of
funny.
famous people. James
Was it
Harden.
like a strip club or something? 'Cause
No,
he's at strip
there
clubs.
was one by
He's
there.
famous for
It was
strip
on the
clubs.
strip.
And
Yeah,
actually, he was going into a club. I think that club was specifically
it?
known for like
dancing.
damn near strippers.
Yeah,
But
Adult
yeah, no, yeah.
entertainment.
I remember we were just walking down the sidewalk and I just seen this tall dude. And I'm like, dude, that's James
James
Harden.
Harden.
That's sweet.
And we're just like, what? It's like you, me, and
You think I could dunk on him?
I forget who we were with because we weren't with JJ. I don't.
He's
think.
about to get traded. I
No.
think. About to trade
Dude,
his
I
ass.
really no. We weren't there with Jovan.
It might have
It
been.
wasn't Joe Bang.
No, not that time.
No.
Not that time. Hey, Joe Bang too, man. Shout out Joe Bang. We gotta get you on here. I know he started his own little YouTube channel a few years back, and he hasn't updated a lot as of recent. But he's
Jovan
a wise
Wilson?
man.
Is that the? I feel like I've asked this like 800 times. Is that the guy that was wearing the Han Solo costume?
No, that was
No.
Joel.
No,
Okay.
Joel.
Okay.
No, Jovan's actually from Melvindale.
Yeah,
Well, not from
he's
Melvindale,
from
but from
Rouge.
downriver as well. And then
Ecorse.
he moved out to Scottsdale. He was
Nice.
playing football there.
Nice.
So we used to
He
hang
went to
out with him while we
Melvindale,
were
though.
there.
Scottsdale's phenomenal.
He gave us,
Yeah.
he showed us the ropes when we moved
did.
out that way.
That's cool.
He did. He took us to
Yeah.
some clubs. That was fun.
That was like really cool when you guys did that. I
Shout
thought
out
that
Cake,
was-
man. Joel,
nice
if you're watching
experience.
this,
Yeah, Cake.
you know Cake, man.
That was it. Was cool. It felt like a small, like not LA, but it did kind of feel like it had that.
It's cool.
like
It has
downtown
that
feel.
vibe.
That
It's not like as expensive or like trashy as like
no.
Southern
No.
California.
But
you know?
Scottsdale's up and coming, man. I'm
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Zillow all the time, and I was looking at houses. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was telling Vanessa,
6 years
like,
ago, if you would have bought a house, man.
I want to get a house and like either not even rent it, but like Airbnb it out, and then that
Mhm.
way, whenever I go there, I have a place. But like, it's like a house the size of my house here is like $500,000.
Oh, yeah.
It's like stupid.
You'd make your money for the mortgage every month too. If you,
I looked into like what the average house makes there, and the average house makes around $2,500, and that's how much like a mortgage was. So it's
Okay.
like you'll just be getting by, but then it's like you gotta think. You got to keep that boy cool year round. It's so
Yeah,
hot there.
yeah.
So like you would lose a
Yeah,
little
but-
money, but then again you have a spot.
I mean, the
so-
Airbnbs we had
I
when
don't
we
think
were
you
over
would
and
there-
that was
lose
the
that much.
average. You can make more than that too.
if you got a good spot, you'll be.
Yeah,
fine.
if you have a good spot with a pool, and I mean,
Well, it's
that's
gonna be
3/4 of the house.
If some months are gonna be popping,
Yep.
and then some months are gonna
Some
be
months it's like, all right, well we're going
Yeah.
there for a month because ain't no one staying there.
dead. Yeah, people are always going.
You guys were in Tempe, right?
Well, no, we
Scottsdale.
were in Scottsdale.
Is that where ASU is? I thought it was
No,
Tempe.
that's in Tempe.
ASU
Okay.
is in Tempe, but they border each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we were close. Well, we were more in the northern side.
Well, what used to be northern now? Actually.
Yeah, now
they've
it's
It's like
extended
old
so far
Scottsdale.
now.
Is that
Yeah.
like the south?
Yeah, kind of by
Yeah.
Old Town.
Okay.
That was
Old
like
Town, yeah.
well, right after you pass through Old Town, we were like up at like East Via Linda, and that was
Yeah.
almoth like as far north as like
We were
any big
north of the
buildings were
casino
built.
and Top
Yeah.
Golf.
But
Okay.
but
Yeah.
now if you go there again, now that's almost like Central Scottsdale
Central.
because they built so much north.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Scottsdale is awesome.
It's awesome.
We had a great time. I'm glad we were able to
Go there all together.
like
Yeah.
You guys had your
Yeah.
trip, and then we met you with
Yeah, it was
with like
very
Chad's
cool,
birthday
yeah.
trip. That
we
was
all
really
went
cool.
to the Grand Canyon.
Yep, Grand Canyon got engaged.
Sedona.
And all my boys were
Sedona
there,
was
so-
sweet.
not all my boys, but majority of.
Yeah.
Good
It was
amount.
nice to
Yeah,
have.
that
Yeah,
was fun.
it was cool. I really wouldn't expected like all you guys to be there and
Mhm.
celebrate with us later that
Yeah, it was
night.
really
so it
cool.
was
Yeah,
really
that was
cool.
fun. The brunch there. I want to do brunch. This is a great
Yes,
subject.
Brunch. Can we
Brunch.
bring up brunch?
Vacation brunch, man. There's no other feeling than
Is it?
vacation
Is it?
brunch.
Is it because it's warm? Is that why they have the best brunch places?
I don't know.
Or is it the money? Brunch is kind of expensive, and people around here don't want to pay.
I think you feel some sort of freedom because you're not at home. You don't have shit to do. You're on vacation.
You're taking my thought.
Yeah, you're like, oh, the creme de la creme.
When we
Like, you
lived
think
there,
it's
though,
amazing.
like brunch was popular though.
Yeah.
There's so many breakfast food places, and you don't see that.
I feel like if
All
you-
we have is Coney's.
I feel like if you live in like an area where you can walk places, so like, it's small, but like downtown Wyandotte.
Downtown, yeah.
And
people do
it's got a
brunch
vibe.
downtown
You can kinda
Wyandotte,
do
but,
it.
like,
Yeah.
It's still just a completely different
Yeah,
vibe.
it's just and like
the vacation.
you
part
feel like
is
the
right.
the night before you probably had a great time. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
went out, enjoyed your night with
Yeah.
you
You
and
gotta
your
keep it
friends,
going.
and then like you wake up in the morning.
Mimosas.
You wake up in the morning here after Captain's. You're
Bottomless
like,
mimosas.
oh
Yeah.
shit,
That's the best way.
I gotta go back to
That's the
Captain's.
best way.
I mean, if you want to feel like shit, like,
yeah, and then if you're on vacation, you're like, let's go to one of
but
these
you're onto something
10
though. Like
spots.
if you, I mean, usually you normally work on Mondays, you
Yeah.
know, so brunch is usually a Sunday. So if you're on
Sunday.
vacation,
dude,
your Sunday is pretty much like a Saturday.
You
so
know it's
you
gonna
can
be a
just do
good
whatever you
time.
want.
Yeah.
It's, all right, whatever. I don't know,
Truly.
I can feel like shit on Monday, and it's not a big deal.
yeah, vacation though. I like
But,
something's great about it.
yeah,
It just makes the food taste better.
it is good.
But then you got some people that are out there that just, they get a bad meal wherever they go. You got to stay away from those people.
Yeah.
Man. No, you really do.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
that's a
they-
thing.
they-
And the
like, you
energy,
just
man.
ordered
You
that?
go with somebody and they're like
I try not to judge
one
people off their
bad
order,
thing,
but,
and they're just
but I
flicking
can
their
I
lid,
can,
man.
I
It's
can
like
tell a lot about someone by what they order.
yeah. Oh,
And the way they-
groceries.
The way they treat a server as well.
Oh, terrible.
Oh yeah, you can't.
no, if,
can't
if,
do
if
that.
you don't treat a server with respect, and maybe I've served, and
I think
maybe
everyone
that has
should,
something to do.
I've
But
tried to
I
serve.
think
everyone should serve at one point.
I
Definitely.
really believe that too. My mom
Agreed.
kind of implemented that into me. I was terrified to be a server because it was just very like I don't know, just kind of made me anxious
Putting
and
yourself
like
out there,
yeah,
you
it
know?
was just like I didn't want to do it, and then like she convinced me to do it because she served, and she was like
Good money.
everyone should do it,
Yeah.
and you really do. You learn how to multitask, you learn
people,
how to
yeah.
talk to people.
I cooked
everyone
for
should
I
serve.
cooked for a couple
Being
years, so I
a
kind of
good
got the
human seems like a lot to ask these days for some
Right?
reason.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I was at Applebee's one time, and it was like half off advertiser or whatever. And this lady's with her family, and she made this big scene about she got like the pretzels or whatever, and she didn't get enough cheese, and made this big scene and just
Yeah.
left.
She probably didn't need any more
And I
cheese.
just felt bad for the husband, and he looked like he just hated his life.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah,
when, like, you
he
can
was
tell-
like miserable. He
Her
didn't say
middle
one
name's
word.
Asiago.
It's even funnier when the guy's order comes back wrong,
Yeah.
and he's like, "No, it's good, baby. I'm gonna eat." She's
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm gonna say something to her," and she gets back. He's like,
Yeah.
"No, I'll eat it."
think
She's
I-
like, "Excuse me, miss."
I don't think I've ever complained before about like an order at a restaurant.
No, and you
It's
know
gotta
what?
be really bad or something.
On my
like that.
bad times when I have a bad meal, I'm still tipping 20%. Like every time, man. I really don't care.
Yeah,
I've always
usually, yeah.
just been that guy. I just always tip the 20%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I have to.
Especially now with people.
Even
yes,
if like you said, even if
struggling more.
service is just terrible, like
Aaron's a bartender and a server too,
Yeah,
so like
you get it.
you have to understand and just be. How would you want to feel, man? Like
Yeah.
just don't go out to eat if you can't afford the extra
Yeah.
$5 to $10. It's like
yeah,
It is weird though how like we have this system here where like businesses just don't pay
their
what they
workers
should.
and
their
like
workers enough.
because
so
like we're really the only country that does that.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's like offensive to tip in like other.
And it's
areas
not
you know
even-
where
It's
fun
weird.
fact for you. You know
Yeah.
where tip came from.
This guy's just one up and
Yeah,
on the fun
this
fact.
guy
I learned this
he
as a
is.
server. Actually, this old
I
guy.
should have a good one
this
that
guy,
goes
he
with
said
yours.
he didn't study at all for the podcast. I'm not believing this guy.
Well, I mean, this is
We got a
straight
note card
dome.
down
This
here.
is off
This
the
is
dome
off the
piece.
dome.
Okay.
You used to tip before food, and tip. Don't quote me on this.
Just
I
the
don't.
tip.
It stood for to impromptu or it's like to
It's like French or something.
no. So you tip them before, so they take care of you. The TIP stood for like to ensure
like a
to
valet.
ensure promptness.
Like
That's
when
what
you
it
drop your
Oh.
car
No,
off at a valet, do
Okay.
you tip them
Ensures-
right there,
Huh.
or do you tip them when you get your
I
car
think
back?
you tip them when you drop
usually
it off.
both usually.
I've only
It's a different
valeted my
guy.
car
Yeah.
once, and it was at Chelly's in
Nice.
Dearborn, which was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we immediately weren't seated because we weren't 21 at the time, so we had to come
I got
back.
valet in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, they
Me
had
and
to.
Aaron
Had
went
to.
out for a
Weird.
fancy dinner.
Very
I think
weird.
I tipped the guy like $10 honestly because I felt cool. Like I'm on vacation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, everyone's a
I
baller
got
on
money in
vacation.
my pocket. I'm
Yeah.
on vacation.
let it blow.
I'm taking my girl out for some surf and turf.
We gonna
I'm
spend that
like-
money.
I'm at the valet. I know tomorrow I'm going to get brunch. You know,
Yeah.
I'm giving them $10.
Yeah.
You go on vacation and you know how many shillings you have in your pocket, and you're spending every last
I'm
one of those
buying the
shillings.
$120 lobster tail with steak
Yes.
and potatoes. You know, like I'm for sure ordering that.
Got to.
And I'm still gonna ask him how much it is, but I'm still gonna order it because I'm going to a place that doesn't have the price on the menu.
Yep.
You know,
You gotta ask,
want to
you can't
keep
afford
your
it.
shillings, but you don't want
Those are the
you don't want
dangerous
your girl to
places.
think you're not
right.
gonna spend
Those
that
are the
money
dangerous
on her.
places.
So
That's funny.
caught in a pickle.
I've tipped a bellboy before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Only one
Sometimes
time.
I just
Anyone-
like to do
anyone
it to
who
feel
does
like I'm a
something-
He
freaking
gave us some
old
good
school
advice.
gangster,
Like
man.
we went to
Just
Chicago.
give a guy $2. He's just
Yeah.
like opens the door for you at Target. You're like, hey, thanks, guy. it's
Well,
just
we
some
went-
random
we
dude.
went- We went to Chicago for my birthday.
That dude's just like, asshole. I
Thanks.
was holding the
Thanks,
door
man.
for
I'm
you.
just
No,
like,
like they can help
put it
you
in your
out,
pocket,
you know?
man.
Yeah. But what I was saying, we went to Chicago for my birthday, St. Patty's Day,
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, and we went to a certain hotel. I won't say the name,
Trump Hotel.
Trump Towers.
but we
okay.
stayed. We brought all of our like alcohol, just right on in.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very fancy hotel. We looked like we showed up for like spring break or whatever.
Nice.
And the guy at the front desk, he's like, "What are you guys doing?" So it's like me, Chad, Ryan, Mike,
I was gonna take
Omar.
it there, but I didn't.
But so
I was
our
gonna do
bellboy
it.
was like, "Hey, go outside, put it in your like bags or whatever, and come back in." And we came back in. No one said anything, and we
It's
gave him
like,
some money.
no shit, though.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't really.
This isn't a Best Western.
We weren't really thinking like.
It's not the Motel 6 you're used to
No,
staying
no,
in,
no.
pal.
Dude.
Everyone was staring at us like we just committed like the
Just
There's
ultimate.
clinking.
like there's a
Oh, yeah.
lady with like the newspaper and she just like
Yeah, we're there for St. Patrick's Day, you know. Like,
Yeah.
But apparently it's frowned
you're
upon.
just like you ring the bell. We're here to fuck shit up.
Yeah. That was funny though.
I was watching Hangover the other day as I was hungover as hell, and
Nice.
it's so fun. They're
Excellent.
logging
get
in or checking into the hotel, and he's like, "One more question: is this the real Caesar's
Oh,
Palace?
yeah.
Like, did he live here?
That's a great part.
I didn't
man.
think so.
That's a great part.
Man, I tell you what though, this weekend was a good one.
Yeah.
Speaking of being hungover,
Yes. Extremely.
Well, I'll give you a fun
after-
fact about that question.
Which one?
So when they were in Caesar's Palace or whatever, that's actually not Julius Caesar. That's Augustus Caesar. So everyone thinks it's like Julius,
it's a Caesar salad.
but it's like his adopted
So
son.
it's not
Augustus.
Julius. It's
No.
what? It's who?
That's Augustus.
Augustus Caesar.
So he's like the first Roman emperor. Julius Caesar,
Interesting.
Caesar was never an emperor. He was a dictator, which didn't really mean what it means nowadays. So it's been going pretty good.
Yeah, it
it's
has
pretty
been.
pretty
I like
chill.
this.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous coming on
Yeah.
here. You know,
Were you?
Purvis over here.
you know it.
Were you?
I was texting you guys.
Hence the whiskey over here. You had to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bullet.
But no, hey, I
Help
get
me
it.
through it.
When we the first started talking about doing this, I was like, well, what are we gonna talk about? Like, am I gonna be able to keep conversation? You really overthink it, and then you just realize.
Yeah.
it's just,
Well, you guys
you're
are just
talking to
you
your
guys are
friend,
naturally just good at speaking with people. You know, you're like
Didn't
you
show
never
it.
shut up.
I'm not a great articulator.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
like
not extremely
you guys-
articulate, but I can talk.
No, you guys can both talk about anything. You know, we can transition to
Any topic.
sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, current events,
Titties.
history. Yeah.
But for anyone who was maybe hesitant to come on the show,
Yeah.
how was it?
Definitely come on. It's
Comfortable?
very chill. I probably didn't even need that, honestly. I've only had like, a
Yeah,
little bit,
yeah.
but
It helps.
but it's chill. Like you guys have helped the flow. It's not awkward or anything. It's not.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I mean,
it doesn't feel like an interview. You know, I think this
The
new
setup helped
way better.
for sure, definitely.
Mhm.
You know what I kind of felt like me and Dylan were. Have you guys seen the Brady Gronk Instagram where they're like answering questions, like by the little kiddie pool or whatever? Have you seen that on the Buccaneers social medias? It's real
I
funny.
might
Look
have.
it up. They're just like. They were sitting in two chairs, how me and Dylan were sitting last time, and they had their feet in a kiddie pool, and they were answering questions about each other, and that's kind of what it reminded me of.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was funny.
They got a cool thing like together. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
They got a
to
good
follow them over
chemistry.
that way,
You
right?
know. I can't believe he's retired.
That's sad day.
Sad.
and
Very sad.
It was a sad week in Michigan
GOAT.
sports for a minute.
Yeah, we were out when it happened when Schefter ruined it and then kind of was like backtracked and then.
Well, yeah,
ended
we
up being
took
true.
a bunch of shots
Yeah.
for Brady,
Yeah.
and he comes out an hour later. He's like, "I might not be retiring." I'm like,
I just
blackout.
want to say thank you to Billy for buying us all those
thank
shots.
you,
Yeah.
Billy.
I don't think we
You're
ever
an okay
paid him
guy.
for it.
I wasn't
Okay,
able to
guy,
attend that, but I was there for the food prior.
Yep, definitely. Over at Granddad's.
Granddad's.
Grandpapa's.
Oh, I
Oh,
would
yeah,
like to.
yeah. That was a long
Granddad's is
day.
literally the best, man.
Granddad's
Great
is
spot.
The best.
yes.
Best chicken
It has
sandwiches
a
around.
very
Good
chicken
prices,
sandwich.
good
Yeah.
drinks, good
Wings,
crowd.
fire wings.
The
You like
crowd
some
is
buffalo?
nice there.
You like some buffalo wings?
Yep.
You go to
Yep,
Granddad's.
That's the spot.
Granddad's has the food, man.
Mhm.
It's a nice little area there.
It's
You
a
got-
vibe too.
you got
as
Bobcat
well as Wyandotte
Bonnie's.
Beer Company. It's like Wyandotte Beer Company, Granddad's,
Mhm.
and then I'd say Captain's for sure.
Yeah.
Those are the three spots. That's a trifecta.
And Brooklyn's.
if
I
you
love
will.
Brooklyn's. I love Brooklyn's.
Brooklyn's. I'm
Brooklyn's is
sorry I
good.
left that out. Brooklyn's
It's a
is that.
shame. It's not like walking distance. you
Yeah,
know? It's a
yeah,
good spot.
It's
though.
not.
got
It's
the
on
round
12,
bar,
so
though.
it's not down here.
The
but
round bar seems like we're back in like the 80s.
I like the round bar. It's
What's
kinda-
that?
It's a whole different vibe.
It's got a round bar.
like the bars in the middle.
Oh,
circular,
oh,
it's
all
all-
at
the way
Brooklyn's.
around.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
at
thought it was a
Brooklyn's.
place.
No,
That's
yeah,
actually
no,
kind of a
the
good
round
name.
bar. Yeah,
Might be a
it
good
is
name,
good.
round bar.
Yeah.
The round bar.
Oh, maybe.
Sounds like it could be a pedal
They,
pub.
they have darts anywhere with darts. Like when we were at
Yeah,
Big League
I like to be able
Brews,
to be able to do
when we just
something.
went to Big League Brews.
Yeah,
That was a
play
vibe.
darts.
That was a good night,
That
man.
was a great night.
Yeah.
I
We got
can't believe
Liddy.
that video you.
We're gonna
got
we're
Liddy.
gonna we're gonna
What
link
came
in the
over you
video
there?
right now. I hope you guys are enjoying this clip that's playing right now. This is Dylan going buck wild. He had the club going up on
Went
a
too
Friday
many.
night.
What came
Hawaiian
over you
punches.
there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
someone punched the stew.
I was at. So we went to
You
Moose's.
spiked the punch.
We went.
I said punched the
we,
stew.
we went. To,
Someone punched the stew.
we went to.
Oh, man.
You sure you haven't been drinking this?
Hey, Popo don't know that though.
Popo, this ain't no water, babe.
This ain't water, baby. Popo
But,
don't know that though.
We went to Moose's and I chugged the Two Hearted, and I think that's really where it went
Two Hearteds will
downhill
get
from
you.
there. And I'm not much of a drinker,
I'm surprised you came up to there.
but
actually.
yeah, I was feeling it
far.
that night.
It's far, you
we
know?
used to party in Dearborn a lot.
He had a sixth sense. He caught something.
An epiphany.
Bling
off the
bling,
counter.
I keep my crack pipe in my collar. But yeah, I think something came over me that night, and everybody was
Definitely.
vibing. Everybody was vibing. Everybody was having a good time. Before the
very good
video, there was still a lot that happened, like where everybody was just. It's kind of like a DJ was
Yeah, it
raising
was-
the energy.
job, yeah.
It was
and
something
the
there,
beat-
man,
The beats
yeah.
per minute were pumping up, and
Shout out
everybody
Big
just
League
got
Brews.
to that one point where I think it might have been the DJ that was just getting it all. In
He
the
was
mood.
playing throwbacks. He's playing
throwbacks,
classic
yep.
bangers, bro.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
That girl
T-Pain,
that was
some
dancing
Nelly.
on the pool table too, she was
Yeah.
really like I was feeding
Her
off of her
energy.
energy. She
energy
was
was
like,
there.
do it. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Energy's huge.
It was
Energy's
pulling
everything.
me back in. It was
vibes,
It was
yeah.
pushing me back out. It was good.
You had
times.
Ethan and I playing pool sharks.
Yeah,
it
Athen,
was-
and when the
he's
video,
good. I
the
was-
video
I
that
was
makes
very
it,
surprised how
the
good
video
he
makes it
was.
so much better because of what Athen is doing in the background. Like he's just like,
I didn't even
I haven't
realize
even.
that.
I gotta rewatch it
I'm gonna have
too.
to watch it
like
back
he's
now.
just pumped. And like if
Nice.
you look at every different person in that video, everybody's having a good time.
Mhm.
So it was just a culmination of vibes, man.
That was
it
good.
Sometimes you just gotta
very
break it
nice.
down too, and the diversity in there. Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I always kind of think
Everybody
that
was
place
just
is
having
like
a great time.
Older crowd, you know.
Yeah,
There was
but
old,
not-
old
not
people,
younger.
young
yeah,
people.
It was everybody.
It
there
a good
was
spot.
bikers. There was there were
It really
dude,
was, dude.
everybody.
bikers.
I went
that
in
is a
there
biker
and
bar.
they were just like bikers just staring at me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is Big League Brews. I
Oh, yeah.
honestly
The best way I
I thought
can
it was gonna be a
explain
Have you
bad
been there
night.
before?
No, that was the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time I've
Big
ever
League
been there.
Brews I've been there once
Okay.
before, but it was a while back. I picked my mom up there one time. She was there for like a Halloween party or something.
Yeah,
Been there a bunch,
it's a vibe.
but definitely like
It was
way later of a vibe.
that was the right night for that to
Yeah.
happen. Like
yeah, that was cool.
It was like the bar was like a bag of trail mix. It was just
Yeah.
everything.
Hey man,
There it is.
this guy's.
How'd
on
you guys
today,
feel
man.
the next day? Because I felt terrible.
That's what I felt. Actually,
I wasn't
decently
terrible.
good.
I wasn't terrible,
Okay.
and that's why I proceeded to go out Saturday night, and then that was
Yeah.
all bad.
You
on
got
Sunday.
McDonald's on the way home, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's because I went to
Much
McDonald's in the
needed.
morning because Aaron showed me a Snapchat of you guys eating the McDonald's, and I was so
will
jealous.
Say I ate a Big Mac at 2 a.m.
I was so upset.
I'm sorry.
No
I
shame.
inhaled a Big Mac
No
at 2
shame
a.m.
there,
I didn't.
man.
I
I didn't
needed it.
chew a Big Mac.
I woke up in the morning.
I don't even know how it went down.
ordered a Big
Just
Mac.
one bite.
I don't remember eating it. Like I was just like that hungry.
I was like,
ready
Luke's
for
not
bed.
coming on the
And that was
podcast this
probably-
week. I'm so upset.
I love McDonald's, man.
Oh,
It's-
I think it's a classic. I think
McDonald's.
I rarely eat it.
The-
but
the
I could
question
eat it a
here-
lot
the
if I
question
wanted
here.
to.
Drunk food, McDonald's or Taco Bell?
It's not even close.
McDonald's because of how they make it.
What
Taco
is it?
Bell
It's definitely
always
Taco
messes
Bell.
it up.
You Taco Bell?
Yeah, I'm a Taco Bell.
Say that in the mic for me.
I'm a Taco Bell guy.
I agree. I'm a Taco Bell guy.
McDonald's is
I
good.
argue this with Mike a lot. Mike's a McDonald's guy.
Of course he is.
I love McDonald's.
Maybe he's
Wait,
the next
I
one. you
enjoy
gotta-
McDonald's.
They
a lot.
messed
You
Taco
know-
Bell up
You know
at
what
night.
ruined McDonald's for me?
What?
River Rouge. River Rouge, you have no fast food other than McDonald's. That's all I can eat.
Yeah, and
Like,
the Burger King
that's
by
like
the
right there. Burger King's down in E-Course. That's
by
not
the
super far,
firefighter.
but like there is no
Yeah.
Taco
Was
Bell.
it on like Coolidge? or whatever.
Yeah,
street
it's
that
down a
is.
little,
Yeah.
a little further.
A lot
a little
further.
further. That's down the way a little bit, but
Mike Tyson.
it's a little bit down the street. But yeah, no, I think I just had it too many times in a row, and especially breakfast. Like
Yeah. It's
just so
I stop
easy.
at McDonald's breakfast too much because that's the only
It's
thing
just
that's
so
open.
easy, you know.
Taco
And
Bell,
it's
they
really
mess up
for
my
me.
order so many times, and their DoorDash is trash, man.
Well, it's like they charge you like $8, dude.
Well, I have Dash
you gotta
Pass,
have
so I'm
that,
not
yeah.
worried.
If you don't have
about
the Dash
it,
Pass, you're.
but
I
Taco
don't
Bell,
have the Dash Pass, but I
Taco
DoorDash
Bell's
once
terrible.
a month.
Oh, then you don't need it.
oh, I'm a $5.
DoorDash.
I'm
5
probably
to
once a
10er.
week.
5
I'm
times
not
a
even
week.
I'm
gonna
a
lie.
5 to 10er.
Five
No,
cents.
I'm on the
sad.
bridge card, baby. I get groceries.
Shout out Aldi.
Shout out
Aldi's
Aldi's.
great, man.
Yep.
No shame
But
in my
they
game,
they
baby.
ran out of bags the last time I was there. So
Yeah, I had to
I'm
box
like
it.
struggling
Do
to
you
like
remember
carry
being-
cartridges in my car.
Being a kid, did you go to Aldi's?
No.
So as a kid, that's
Farmer
really,
Jack.
That's how
Oh,
it was.
Farmer
Yeah,
Jack.
Farmer Jack in Melvindale. That was the
Yeah.
spot. But whenever the time or two that we go to Aldi's, you would box it. So
Yeah.
their food comes in boxes on the shelves, and then when it's emptied,
You
you would
just take
put
the
boxes
box.
in your cart.
Oh wow.
So then, yeah, you didn't have to pay for the bags because they don't bag your stuff in
okay.
them.
You've never been to Aldi?
No, I just started actually when I moved to
Yeah.
Wyandotte, and actually Chad was the one that was putting me on Aldi.
Yeah.
So like
You
to
just
hit it up.
you got to pick and choose. Like their vegetables don't last that long.
No.
But when you think about vegetables, your vegetables should not be lasting that long.
No.
If your vegetables are lasting a
It's-
while,
yeah, it has
it's,
some
I cooked
it's
that
got
stuff
some
in like a
stuff
couple
it.
days.
Stuff on it.
Yeah, I mean you should. And what they say is you need to go to the grocery store. You go and buy what you need for maybe 2 days, 3 days.
what I
then you
do.
go back the next 2 or 3
Yeah.
days and you go get some more.
I thought I was weird because I only go I go like once a week.
For like 5 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Buy,
really
like,
go.
Eggs, butter,
I don't
and
buy,
stuff like
like,
that. You get
$300 worth of groceries. I buy like a couple days worth, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then go back. But it's not that big of a deal.
no.
And you're buying for just yourself as well.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Not like feeding a family or whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes, well, in 2017, you're looking like you were, and then hold on,
Yeah,
but then
you're
but
for a
then
family.
I looked like I ate that family.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like going back and look at those pics, like, damn.
Oh man, the one
Not
picture
flattering.
of me looking huge on the Pine River.
On the Pine.
I'll never
That-
forget that, man. That guy's still fucked, but still.
Yeah,
was
those pictures were
rough.
telling.
If
man.
you look for the 2017 pictures of me with the blonde hair compared to that guy at the Pine
Two
River,
different
man,
Dude.
one was a Democrat and was a Republican. One,
yeah, you've been so like polarizing, like with your looks. Like
Yeah.
you've
had
a
you
lot
look
of
so
looks.
different since
Yeah.
I've known
Had a lot of
you.
looks.
Yeah.
definitely, you got to keep it.
When you got the short hair now.
Yeah,
when
when
then
you're
you
not-
grow the flow out, and then you've had like the professional hair, and then you've had the blonde
Yeah.
hair, beard, no beard. You've done it all.
I think it's
It's good.
I
It's
think
good
it's a
to
form of
reinvent
mental
yourself.
health, man.
Master of disguise.
I think
Mm-hmm.
schizophrenia, maybe. If that blonde hair wasn't indication of
caught.
schizophrenia,
Dude, the blonde hair was good.
yeah, it was.
I
That was a
remember
different
when
vibe.
you
It's
did
reminded me
that. I
like
remember
Kurt
just seeing
Cobain.
I got
for
a
some
shin
reason.
tattoo that year too,
Yep.
so I think that was just
I bet
like
that hurt.
not too bad. It was in a
I-
basement.
Arm.
Though.
I don't have
Yeah.
any tattoos. You guys got tattoos?
Yeah,
I got to
Well,
get
our-
something eventually.
mine haven't really included any shading, so I haven't really got the worst of any tattoos. Mine was a lot of line
Very
work.
minor shading.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Do you really need shading?
When you
Depends
get
what
a
you
sh-
get,
I
like
guess.
like
Sleeve
when
or
you get a
something.
portrait or something, you definitely get a lot of
Yeah,
shading,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
shading is just like
That's what makes
multiple needles just digging in.
Would you ever
and
do like
straight
any
them.
color or just black and white?
all black and white.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think I
I
would do color.
started on that, and I won't change.
Yeah.
But
Especially for me.
if I was to
wouldn't get
start
any
with the color, I probably would have.
it. Ronnie doesn't know if he's. Yeah, can I get
Yeah.
a green tat?
Yeah.
I,
Sir,
I
I
want
said green.
I want another tattoo soon though, but I'm just waiting.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was actually
lot of the
considering it
artists-
a lot lately.
Like Eric Molka is one of the guys that I want to do my
Mhm.
next tattoo, and I've talked to
He's
him a
really
couple
good.
times. He's so good, but he's
booked
booked for
way
so
out.
long,
Yeah, he's
way
booked
out. I think I could get in with him
That guy's a
eventually,
beast.
but
Where's he operate out of?
I don't know. I'm not sure anymore. But dude, this
Is that
guy,
where you guys go?
you know, I would like to get Eric
I've
on
never
this
went to him. I don't really
podcast,
know him
too.
like that, but I've
Okay.
seen his work.
Yeah.
Shout out you.
I don't know really how I know him, but we just know of each other and we've conversated a bunch. Very similar in people, but that guy he knows a lot too. He bought a house in Detroit,
And flipped it. Right?
completely flipped it, built a barn, but then he bought another house in like Manchester on land, and he's building like a dirt bike track. But he also he's redid complete foundation in a house
Really?
like by himself.
Completely redid
He
it.
had
That's a lot of
it. He
work.
had it lifted.
Yeah.
He did all the framing of it
It's a
and
lot
then
of
dropped
work.
it back down, and he pulled all the permits and everything, and it's very
It's a G.
impressive what you can do.
That's how you
when
make
you-
money,
moves
man.
on.
When you watch YouTube videos and you really get into
You
a
really
craft,
can do
you
whatever
can learn
you
a
want,
lot.
man. I watch like these videos of these guys who go out in like the woods and
Just build cabins
Build
and stuff.
cabins.
I've seen that.
They
That's,
just- they
those
do
are sick.
everything.
Build time
Yeah.
lapses.
they really only have like 6 tools, and they
Yeah.
don't really have any power
Yeah,
tools.
right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Some
of them, like,
have a
actually
mill
saw,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, some has
Yeah,
like a mill.
to make like
yeah.
to make like planks or whatever.
Yeah, so they make the planks, but it is
Still
very
crazy.
minimal.
Very impressive.
Cool, yeah.
It's just the way that they cut their angles and the way that they piece things together,
Yeah.
where it's complicated, but they know it so well. It's
gone
simple.
back for
Yeah.
centuries.
Oh yeah.
Centuries.
You
Yeah.
got like these joists that
Yep.
you can connect these pieces of wood without any kind
The
of
insulation
nails
that
or-
they
Y'all ever play with
use,
Lincoln
yeah.
Logs? It's really what it is.
Lincoln Logs,
All
yeah.
the-
And it's all the cuts. It's all
Mhm.
like mathematics and
Definitely.
engineering.
right
Very-
up Ronnie's avenue.
Very impressive. Man, I'm terrible. At
Right
math.
up your alley, baby.
I got through engineering school strictly through will and
Yeah.
hard work.
And Red Bull.
Well,
Red
I
Bull.
Vodka
mean,
Red Bulls.
Red
I was hard
Bulls.
to get past algebra 2 in high school. I can't imagine doing calc 4.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, man.
Yeah.
I did terrible in high school and just needed to get a good degree and
Yeah.
get a good job and
Yeah.
worked my ass off. So anyone can do it, man.
Paying off though.
Hey,
Definitely
let
paying
this be your
off.
motivation.
Yeah. Went to school for
And I
7
think-
years, and anyone can do whatever they want to
Right.
do.
Yeah, I think it's a good introduction
And everyone's on their way.
of people to you. You know,
For
and
sure.
just you
Anyone
being
has any questions or whatever, I mean, I'm not sure how much I can help, but
Yeah.
definitely been through a
Engineer
lot.
from
So,
U of M
yeah.
Junior and
Yeah.
Well, we all one thing we have in common is we all like to do house repairs and we all like to be a
Oh,
little
boy.
bit
We started
DIY.
here.
Yeah. So I think like that's one thing
it's
that
fulfilling.
we can. That's our
Yeah,
common
it's-
ground.
it's
Yeah.
very fulfilling.
That's one thing that we can do
Making
as like
things with
it's
your
a
hands,
purposeful
man, it's
thing that
very-
we can feel connected
sure.
to our houses and
Yeah.
where we live.
I just
definitely.
had to replace like my sink faucet. You know?
Yeah,
I was-
man. It's just little things like
I thought
that.
it was gonna be like super easy and
Ronnie thinks he's a plumber now. He
Just-
wears the belt and everything.
Just-
Just change
He
the
looks
faucet.
like Mario.
just getting that damn old faucet
You guys
off
look like Mario and Luigi right here, man.
was a struggle. It took me about an hour to get the damn thing off.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's fulfilling when you do your own.
Yeah.
Especially when you own a
Always.
house, you know, and you guys know.
Yeah.
You've done a ton of work on your house.
Yep.
You know, I know you got some projects going on,
Yep.
and
Yep,
same with
more
me
summer.
that I got to do. So it's fulfilling.
Yeah,
when
it's
you
gonna be a
get that
good
stuff done.
summer. We're all settled in our houses, making the
Yeah.
changes, and it'll be a good summer for sure.
Yeah.
Looking
I
forward to
really
it.
don't know how my summer's gonna look either because I'm like going into new career and
Yeah, you
new,
got a
well,
lot
new
of-
job. So like
You can do whatever.
I
You
know
know,
I want to though. I think a lot of it's gonna be remote anyways. So I think
Probably.
it'll remain the same. But I am actually pretty excited to get a different dynamic for the summer.
I hope you get something where you can travel.
Yeah.
You know, and really get out there.
Yeah, get some
'Cause I could see
experiences.
you doing that. Like you too. You know, with the
Yeah.
way you guys are, like you could totally like live that life. And
Yeah.
prosper
Just the
with it, you know?
the dynamic has to work. You know, we've built so much around here that
Yeah.
it's nice to keep stuff around here.
For
but
sure.
also
You're
I love
pretty
the
entrenched,
but I
too,
love the
for-
traveling aspect of work though. But
Yeah,
just in
traveling for-
segments though.
To come back.
Yeah, you always go places
Not
for
too
for a
much,
day or two and
but-
you do shoots or
yeah.
you do
Yeah,
this and
that's
that,
really
have
cool.
meetings and then you come back and you settle in on your place. I think one thing that grounded me a lot was finding a place that is my home. And now that I have this house, I feel really connected to this place and in this city. So I feel like I made a choice and I want to stick by that. I think I moved around for a lot of places when it was college and then Arizona and
It's only
why
natural,
not?
you know?
When I was going through the house buying process of figuring out whether I was going to live, I want to grow Zeal, Allen Park, here, you know, wherever it was, it kind of worked out the way it was supposed to and truly was on my way,
Yeah.
you know, and
On our
found
way.
a place that worked for me. And there were
good.
so many other houses that I could have got that I'm so glad I
That
never
didn't work out
got.
the
Yeah.
way it's- everything
terrible.
happens the way it's supposed to happen,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's a perfect spot,
Yeah.
right? Ronnie, man, appreciate you having.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you
no,
being on the
no.
show.
I
Um,
appreciate being the
We're
first
all
guest,
on our way.
you know?
So, real quick, one last thing before we get you off here. What was it like to act on you?
Yeah, man.
I'm just kidding.
He's sitting here the whole time. I'm gonna put he's sitting here. We're gonna have like a voiceover of him, like
Like a
I wonder
monologue.
what these cameras are thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a monologue or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, thanks for coming on, man. We're gonna get you on again. Maybe we'll get you and someone else. We'll get you.
Let's
and,
do it.
Steve
Yeah.
or you and Ryan. And but yeah, no, we appreciate
Yeah,
you, man.
I
and
think you and Billy Saeed would be a good one
that
on
would be
here.
good. We have you two bicker back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't want to bicker with him on camera.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I do that enough.
You guys are like two angry men, man.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy, though. I love Billy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you guys having me, and then I'm looking forward to the next guest.
Yes,
you know,
sir. We
seeing what it's
appreciate
gonna
all
be.
you guys
Yeah.
watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share it for us, post it. It's just gonna help us grow and help us make more content for you guys,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Later.
Later.